Hey everyone, Tim Streifler here with Divi Life, and we are back with part 2 of our 2-part mini-series where we are recreating the Elegant Themes Divi landing page, this top section here. And so you can see here, it is identical to the one that we've recreated in Divi. And part 1, I showed you how to create the pop-up video with the animated call to action button here. And part 1 does require our Divi Overlays plugin, and so that's why we broke apart this tutorial into 2 parts. Part 1, the pop-up video using Divi Overlays, and then part 2, recreating this section here. Do not need Divi Overlays. Everything is completely free. And we're going to show you how to create this section with the animated play button on hover that you can see here. That is on top of the image, and when you hover, it grows. And then the call to action button here that's animated as well. It cycles through different background colors, and then you can see every few seconds it grows to grab the user's attention. And then you can actually download this layout section here and import into your site. So if you don't want to follow along with the tutorial and you just want to get the layout and start customizing it yourself, then you can skip down. I'm going to show you here on the blog post. You can come here to this call to action gray box here, and if you click on it, you can pop in your name and email address, and then you'll automatically get sent an email with the layout, and you can import it into your page just like you would a normal Elegant Themes or Divi page builder layout. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started here and dive right in. And so the first thing that you want to do is add a new page. Or if you already have a page set up, then you can go ahead and start there. So I'm just going to give this page a title here. I'm going to call it the Divi landing page sections, and that's what we are recreating. Turn on the Divi builder. And then the first thing we want to do is insert some columns. And so for this, we're going to use the 50-50 column layout, or 1/2. And by the way, just to be clear, I am going through this blog post, the written portion here, as a guide. And then at the end of it, I'm going to show you how to import the layout that you can download here, and then show you how to customize it. And so that's where we're going to start. So going back to our page here, the first thing you want to do is insert a code module. And so that is what is going to house this image and the play button. And the reason why we're using a code module instead of a image module is because of the play button. And so we need a way to insert that HTML of that play button, and the code module is the easiest way. There is ways you can do it with the image module using some CSS after or before. But this way is just a whole lot easier, and it's easier to customize and so forth. And so getting back here, and the blog post actually has the code that you're going to copy into it. And so you can go ahead and select all of this, and copy it, paste it in. But a couple things I want to draw attention to. The first one is this is the ID. That is the ID to trigger the pop-up video that we recreated in part 1 of this series using Divi Overlays. If you are not going to be using Divi Overlays, then you can remove that. Or if you are, leave it there, and then you're going to swap out the ID with the unique ID for your overlay on your site. And the second thing I want to draw attention to is the image source. So you'll notice here, this is a relative link path, which means it's not linking to an exact file. It is relative to the site that it's on. And so what you need to do is you need to actually download the image and then upload it to your site, and then we're going to upload this. So you cannot use this as is unless you happen to have the exact image on your site already in that exact path with that exact name, which chances are you don't. So I'm going to show you here how to download that. So here is the image link here. I'm going to open up that in a new tab. I'm going to go ahead and save image as, download it, and then come over here. We're going to go to, I'm going to just go ahead and save this as a draft real quick. So we're going to go over to our media library. And I already uploaded it, but if you had not, then you would just drag and drop into there. And then once you do upload it, you just want to have it selected, and then select this URL and copy it. we're going to go back to our page, which is the draft Divi landing page section. And we're going to go ahead and replace everything in between the two quotes. So the starting quote, and then the ending quote, we're just going to paste that in there. And then that is the exact link to our image. And so that's what we need for it to show up on our site. And so that is step one. So I'm just going to go ahead and publish this just so you can see what we have so far. I always like kind of seeing the progress, and so you can do this in the visual builder if you'd like. I kind of swap back and forth between the visual builder and the backend builder. It seems that a lot of people like both, and so it's really just preference. So again, nothing special here. This is the image, so we still have some work to do. So I'm just going to go back here. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a text module. And so to do that, come over here, click the Insert Module button, and then find, I can never seem to find the module. Here it is, text. And then, again, the blog post has the text that we're going to use, which is the text from the Elegant Themes Divi landing page here. And so we're just going to paste it in there and make sure it didn't have any additional formatting. And then that's all the text we're going to put in. So you can customize that, add your own text, whatever. But this, just for the sake of recreating the Divi landing page top section, we're just going to do it exactly how they have it. And so the next thing we need to do is make some changes to the design tab. And so I've outlined here in the blog post exactly what you need to change. So the first thing we need to do is change the text font to Open Sans. And so if you haven't changed any the font in your Divi theme customizer or in your style sheet custom CSS, then chances are it's going to be Open Sans already, because that Open Sans is the default Divi font. Open Sans, and then, okay, so the text font size, we're going to do 60, 42, and 42. So I'm going to go ahead and change this all the way up to 60. You can use the slider or type it in. And then we're going to click on this icon here. That's going to open up the different browser sizes for tablet and mobile. So we did 42 for tablet, 42 for mobile. Desktop stays at 60. Okay, perfect. And then the text color, we're going to go ahead and paste that in there. That gives it, it's not completely black, but it's close to it. And then the text letter spacing, 0, okay, don't actually need that. Line height, we're going to bring that down to 1 EM. Okay. And then we're going to do some custom margin and custom padding. That's just going to make it sit right in the section. So we're going to scroll all the way down for that, and the custom margin is -10. Okay. And then the custom padding for the top is 0. So we're going to go ahead and click Save, Update. We're just going to look at it real quick on the front end of the site. Okay, so it's getting there. We still have some work to do. I'm going to go ahead and go back here. I'm going to paste this in here just so we can flip back and forth easily. Okay, so let's go back here. All right, so the next step we need to do is we need to add the button. So the button is what goes underneath the text module, and it is the animations with changing background color, it hops, grab your attention, and so forth. And so we're going to start by just creating a button module. And so that's a button. Since it's a button module, you can customize that yourself, customize it like you would any other module, or any other button module, I should say. So go ahead and click button. The button text, I'm going to say try it. Is it try it free? Yeah, try it for free. Try it for free. Again, you can put whatever you want in there. We're just going to make it exactly like the Elegant Themes Divi landing page. So we're copying the text exactly. Button URL, you would put whatever you want the button to link to. I'm just going to put in the the number sign just so it won't link to anything currently. And then let's go ahead and go to design. And then just like before, I have some different settings you need to do. So the button text size needs to be 15. So let's go over here and first we need to turn on use custom styles for button. So button text size, we're going to bring that down to 15. The button text color is going to be white, pure white. And then button border width is 2. And notice we're skipping over button background color because we have some custom CSS that's actually going to be cycling through the background colors. And so that's why we just leave that blank for within the module itself. So button border width is 2. Okay, we can leave that there. Button border color. And I apologize, I'm flipping through so many different tabs here. Hope you are keeping up. So button border color is just white. So, or I'm sorry, it's white with it's black with the opacity all the way down is what it is. I'm sorry. So it's just transparent is what it is. And then the button border radius is 60. I'm going to type that in there. Button letter spacing, don't need to touch. And then the button font. So the button font, we're going to leave the same, or you could make it open sans if you want. And then we're going to select bold, and we're going to select uppercase to make it capitalized. And then for show button icon, we're going to click no, because we don't want to use an icon. And then that's all we're going to touch currently. But we need to go and do some padding. So we're going to scroll all the way down for that. And for it's 20, 40, 20, 40. So top right, bottom left. So 20, 40, 20, 40. Top right, bottom left. Okay, perfect. We're going to go ahead and click save and click update. So just the blog post shows a screenshot of what it should be looking like. Of course, you're watching the video, so you don't need that as much. And then you'll notice that we have a class here that we need to add to the section, or I'm sorry, to the module, the CSS class field. So we're going to go back here. I'm going to click the button, open that back up. It's a class, not an ID. Okay, I'm going to need to tweak that. It's supposed to be 2 dashes, and it auto-corrected when I put it in. So I'll update that in the blog post. Go ahead and click save there, and then update. I guess you don't actually need to click update yet. So going back to the blog post here is where we're going to add in the custom CSS. So we're going to copy this entire thing here. All right, and then there's a few different places that you can put it. When you import the layout, we have it just in the module itself. That way we can give you all that CSS just in one file. But you can put it in your Divi theme options, custom CSS box. You can put it in your style sheet. You can put it on the on page, which is what I'm going to do here. Actually, I don't want to put it here because as soon as I save and come back to this page, it's going to strip out all the line breaks and everything. So I'm actually not going to put it there. That's normally where I would put it if it's only going to be for one page, but I'm going to go ahead and just add a row here, put in a code module, add a style tag, an ending style tag, and then this will make it so the code will be executed on the page itself. And we're going to go back and customize this, and so that's why I want to be able to see the line breaks. And when you put it in the page settings, Divi strips out the line breaks, and so it's kind of hard to read and customize that way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click update. And remembering one more thing we need to do, but let's go ahead and look at it. So it's not going to look quite right yet, but it's going to be close. So a couple things we need to do. First is the size of the width of the row. And so you can see here on this one, it goes wider, and that's how everything is able to fit. So we're going to go ahead and go back over to here. I'm going to look on my other window here and see what that width needs to be. Okay, 1440, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and open up the row settings. We're going to go to design. We're going to go use custom width, and we're going to set this to 1440. and click Save, Update, and it's going to get us close, but we still have some customizations to do. Oops. So you can see the width is now what it should be, but now the button's all funky. We got to figure out what's going on there. And so hold that thought. I'm going to look in the settings of my other pre-created one here and figure out. Okay, so I looked at the other setting and figured out that I had put the padding in the margin field, and so that's why the button looked all funky. So we're going to remove this here, bring it down here, 40, 20, 40. Okay, click Save, click Update, go back over to here, refresh this, and now the button looks like it's supposed to. So side note, if you're trying to add padding, make sure you add it in the padding field in the Divi design options, not in the margin, because that is an entirely different setting. So yeah, we have now completed this section here, recreating the top section of the Elegant Themes Divi landing page. So again, if you want to go back and watch part 1, you can learn how to create the pop-up video using our plugin Divi Overlays, and we actually give you this layout here that you can import into your own overlay using our Divi Overlays plugin. And then one thing I want to do now is show you how to customize this so you can switch out your own colors and so forth. And so actually going to come back over to here. And I'm actually going to clear this layout completely, and we're going to import the layout that you get here so I can show you, kind of go through, show you how to get the layout. So you come over here, click on the box, type in your name, email, click Submit. And so what it's going to do is it's going to send you an email with the download to get the layout. And then once you download it, you'll be able to import it directly to the page. So I'm going to go over to my other window here. Here's your free download. Okay. Download the landing page layout. Just came over here to my downloads file, unzip that. And okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to import it directly to the page layout. You're not going to go to your Divi library or anything like that. Click Import. Choose File. I'm going to go to your Downloads file here. This is the one I just unzipped. Click Import. It's going to import file there. Wait for it to refresh the page. Now I'm going to click Update here. And it's not going to look any different because it's the same exact layout. Now it's synced up with our Divi Overlays plugin. So that works now. So yeah, that's as easy as it is to import the layout, download it, and you can, of course, unsubscribe at any time from our email list, but that is required to download the layout. And so here it is, the layout that we just imported, and so it's exactly what we just built from scratch, but now there's some labels that tell you what everything is. So I'm going to show you how to customize everything. The first thing you're going to want to customize probably is the text here. This is easy because this is just like customizing anything in the Divi Builder. You can have it say whatever you want. So I'm not going to bother customizing this because that is simple. And then the next thing is the button itself. So instead of saying try it for free, you can say subscribe now, exclamation point. Okay, pretty simple. But what if you want to customize the colors? So these kind of go through some different Divi colors, the bold pink and the purple and the green color, which is used all throughout the Elegant Themes site for all the Divi stuff, as well as on the back-end builder. But what if you want different colors to show there? And so you can easily customize that using the custom CSS. So again, this is right here in the builder, but if you added it to the page settings or or if you added it to, oops, I'm hitting portability, the page settings here, or the custom CSS box in Divi theme options, or your style sheet, you're going to edit it the same way. I'm going to go down here, and if you watch part 1, we showed you how to do this as well. So this is going to change it for on the page itself, as well as in the pop-up if you're using the Divi overlays layout. And so I'm going to go ahead and just change these colors here. Now, I'm going to go over to a tool that I like to use called Flat UI Colors, and it can easily copy and paste some really great looking colors here. So I'm going to, and pretty much all of these colors will match each other, which is cool. So change that there. So that's the first color. I'm going to go and grab this one here. I'm just kind of picking these at random. This was not planned out at all. Okay. Next one is at 66%. Okay, and then the next one is at 100%, and it starts and ends with the same color. Okay. Oops. Okay. Click update. I go back here, back to my page, refresh this. You can see now it cycles through different colors there that I just selected. And so what if you want to use a different image besides the Divi image? Obviously that's going to be very important. You want your own image, not one from Elegant Themes. And so I'm going to go ahead and come over here. And so you'll notice when you open this up, as we did before, it's the layout. And so in order for that to work properly, you need to first upload it to your media library. And so I'm going to go over to the Divi Life website. And I'm going to go ahead and download. Oops. I'm trying to find an image here that is close to the appropriate size. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Yeah. Oops. Save image as. Come on over to here. Back to the media library. Upload it. Then once that finishes uploading, you can go ahead and just grab that URL. So this is going to be an animated GIF. So let's see how it works out here. I'm going to paste that URL right there into the source in between the two quotation marks. Click save, click update. Wait for that to finish loading here. I'm going to refresh this page, and you can see now it's my animated GIF. You can still see the play button there. Hover over it there. You can still see it animate. And there you have it. That is how you recreate the Elegant Themes top section of the Divi landing page with the animated play button that grows on hover, the animated call to action button that cycles through different background colors and jumps every 5 seconds. And of course, part 1 shows you how to do the pop-up video using our plugin Divi overlays. So I hope you found this valuable. Download the section, import it to your site, customize it, and have fun. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.